The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the October 21st, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that, well, it's to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this. During this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email. Send it off to Steve at TFNN.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. So we're beginning our day here with a bit of a mixed bag. You got the Dow up 403 points. S&P is up 11. NASDAQ is down 118. Russell's off 1. Transport's up 177. Semi's down 47. New York Stock Exchange off 34. New York Stock Exchange is up 26, and the NASDAQ Composite is down 34. Gold is probably where we should start. It's off $210. That's nearly a 5% move. Silver's down almost 7%. That's $3.50 there. Light sweet crude off 6 pennies. Natural gas is flat. Copper is basically flat. I do have the 30-year Treasury up on my screen. We talked about during the 11 a.m. update about a daily TD9 count top that may form between today and Thursday. If you look at the weekly time frame, you're likely to get a TD9 count top that forms between this Friday and then the next two out there. But let's go ahead and get to Goldilocks out here. So let's start by taking a look at what? Let's start by taking a look at the intraday charts along with the daily time frame out here. So here we've got gold. You can see on a 60-minute time frame, you're likely to get a TD9 count bottom between, I would say between really 11 a.m. And 1 p.m. out there. So we are in bar number 9 right now. That's going to complete at noon, and the bar following bar number 9 will complete at 1 p.m. On a 30-minute time frame, you're in bar number 7. There's no A to B equals CD pattern. Let me just simply open up the 30-minute chart. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's pretty much been a linear move to the downside. This is more reminiscent of a trading house exiting a position here, trying to just keep things somewhat steady to the downside. Whether they're done or not, that I do not know. But there is no A to B equals CD pattern that we could draw here. So the only possible bottoming signal really for any of these intraday time periods are going to be TD9 count or Rhodes momentum indicator signals. And we don't have either of those at this stage of the game out here. So what do we have? Well, what we did have before, we've got a new profile that's attempting to form inside of Goldilocks. And that new profile has got resistance up at 43.54. Support is down at the 4,004 level. The center of the profile is 42.23, pretty evenly balanced. If we remain below its green oscillator and change line, that's also at about the 42.23 level. For its daily time frame, gold will have lost momentum, and that would suggest that we move lower. Now, I would have to say of all these charts out here, the one that is perhaps the most important at this stage of the game, and we'd really have to combine it with the daily time frame, but from an intraday standpoint, is the 5-hour time frame chart. You may say to Steve-O, wait a minute, you're looking at that chart. Why is that so important? And that's a good question. So let me answer that question. Don't you like how I just talked to myself? Oh, let's take a look at the 5-hour time frame chart for gold. And what do we see here? Right now, we do see that gold has made its way down to its TD9 count breakout level. Yes, it's traded below that, but that doesn't matter. It matters where it closes, and the close of this bar is going to be at 2 p.m. this afternoon. If price is able to close about 41.5730 at 2 p.m., then a key level of support will have held. When I say a key level of support, I'm coming back into the August. Where does this start here? It's August 27th time frame. Since August 27th, the TD9 count breakout levels have all held that support. We did have one that was tested back here. That was around 2 o'clock in the afternoon on October the 9th, 39.6340. That level held. We went on to make higher highs out there. So 41.5730. Now, if at 2 p.m. we close below that, that is going to suggest lower price. That lower price level would be its next breakout area, and that's at 39.82. If 41.5730 holds, then the move to the downside, whereas I know a large in dollar amount, key support will have held. And we may rally from there. I don't know what else we would be doing on those other intraday time periods. Just that 60-minute is the one that is likely to form a TD9 count pattern out there. Nothing for the 10, 15, or the 30-minute time frame. The only thing you can do there is pay attention to, are we trading above the prior bar's high? Are we trading below the prior bar's low out there? Just from a little bit of a momentum standpoint. So that's what's going on. We take a look at Goldilocks out there. Let's go take a look at silver. Don't have this set up. We're going to go ahead and do it right now. So let's take a look at the December contract for silver. I think I was noticing that on the daily time frame, price had gotten back close to, no, it got back to the bottom of its buy zone. So that's going to be a real key level there is 47.40. That is the bottom of the buy zone. The buy zone exists between 47.40 and 48.82. If we close below 47.40, and I don't have a weekly chart up on my screen, we certainly would want to take a look at that. But the daily time frame says that would open up the door to move all the way back to 38.01 out there. That's its daily TD9 count breakout level. On a 5-hour time frame chart, we're already below that 5-hour TD9 count breakout level. Now, I don't know if the 5-hour chart has been a good time period. Yeah, not too bad. Really, ever since, quite frankly, ever since the beginning of August 1st out there, as a matter of fact. So since August, no, I take that back. It's really been since August the 20th out there that these TD9 count breakout levels have held. So its next area, 44.14, if I haven't mentioned that to you, of course, we've got that daily profile, 47.40. So you got to break below that before the 44.14 level comes into play. You do have a Rhodes momentum indicator signal triggered on the 60-minute time frame chart for silver. If we get a bullish reversal candle, that would confirm a bottom. If we don't get a bullish reversal candle, we're likely to get a TD9 count bottom. In order for that to occur at 12 noon, silver just simply needs to close below 49.05. If it does that, you'll have a TD9 count bottom for the 60-minute time frame out there. We already have a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom on a 15-minute time frame chart. Price trading above its oscillator and change line, likely to go target resistance 48.50 out there. 48.46 is resistance on the 10-minute time frame chart. The 120-minute chart is in bar number 9 right now. So it does look to me like silver's getting ready to form some type of bottom here over the next hour or so. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's start to get some of the requests that we have. The first one coming in late yesterday from Brent in Martinez, California. He is long beyond. BYND is the ticker symbol. This is an instrument that at one point in time traded as high as $240, pretty close to $240. Brent got it down at the pennies, truly pennies out here. I think he might have got the TD9 count pattern, formed a nice TD9 count bottom. It confirmed and completed that pattern. Yesterday was bar number 8. That made the low out there. I know that's where Brent is down in those pennies, and it's up now at $2.17. Brent, as you know, I would imagine that today's rally, nice rally, ran smack dab into resistance at the TD9 count breakdown resistance level, $2.39. Now, price is trading into I don't know if we call it a swing point, but the trading session from October the 3rd that had volume of 9.4 million shares, you've rejected that so far with 687 million shares. I don't know what Beyond did, but boy, that's a lot of volume. Again, was around 59 cents just a couple of days ago out here. So you're up at resistance on the daily time frame, and you've tested that swing point. So if you close below that swing, that means a close below 235. Odds favor you're going to be up there to at least test it again. But you're certainly pushing in with volume. On a weekly time frame, I'm showing an A to B equals CD pattern. Now, that A to B equals CD pattern said we should have got down to about 45 cents. The actual low of last week was down at 50 cents. Is that close enough to complete an A to B equals CD pattern? I don't know the actual answer to that, but I'm going to go with yes. And therefore, this week, you've got a nice bull separating candle. I assume that this will, hold going into Friday. So you've got a Gartley buy pattern on the weekly time frame. The issue is really on the monthly time frame. Getting pretty close to that zero level out there. I don't have any kind of a bottom signal. I think it's really going to be driven, Beyond is going to be driven by the daily and the weekly time frame. This will be 3 days in a row to the upside out there. So wouldn't be surprised to see a 2-bar pullback out there. But that's what I see when I take a look at BYND. Brent, I hope that helps you out. Thanks for having to wait an extra day for that. GT writes in, would like to take a look at the emerging market. CEM is the ticker symbol. Let's pull its screens up out here. EEM on a monthly time frame has formed bar number 8 of a TD9 count. Says you could get a monthly top between this month and the next two. The weekly time frame has a TD9 count top that formed 2 weeks ago. If price were to close above 54.69, it would negate that signal and suggest that we continue to head higher. The daily time frame needs a bearish reversal candle to confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator top. So you got a definite top on the weekly time frame. You got to wait to the end of the week to see if you close above that TD9 count top at 54.69. If you get a bearish reversal candle for the daily time frame, odds favor that top will hold. You won't know. The next level of support out there would be the top of its profile, 54.16. If price were to close below that, then we'd see a move back towards 53.09, 52.05 out there. So it's the daily time frame right now. The weekly's got the top. The monthly's got a potential of a top. And the daily needs a bearish reversal candle to confirm its topping pattern out there. So I hope that helps you out, GT. Thanks so much for your request. Phil writes in, and a great question here. And the question is, where do you start retracements on a symbol like GLD, the GDX, SLV, anything along those lines? So I'm going to open up the longer-term chart here first. And Phil, this is an art, not a science. Unfortunately, it is an art, not a science. And so from a retracement standpoint, you can use multiple swing points. So as an example, we can see that starting back here in the trading week of or month, that is, of November of 2022, that was a bottom. We had price moving lower for 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive weeks out there. So that's one area where I would first start to take a look at retracements from a longer term standpoint. We can go back much further. There's nothing wrong with even going back much further, but that is the place where I would start. Let me pull out my retracement tool. This is not going to be dead on balls accurate. It just isn't. It's not like my black background system, but it's pretty darn close usually. So here, if we go from the low to the high out there, that's going to be approximate. Your 0.382 retracement is down at the 306-ish level out there. Now, at 306, with regard to the GLD, you currently have a profile that's got resistance, or what will now be support, at the top of its profile, at 317. So you got 317 and 306. By the way, the center of its profile is 301. The bottom is down at 286. Now, there's new profiles that may form out there. Your 0.618 is down at the 247 level. So that's one area to take a look. Let's go look at a weekly time frame chart out here with regard to the GLD. Again, this is an art, not a science. Now, what we know about the GLD on its weekly time frame is it is completing a TD9 count top this week. Now, what should unfold here, Phil, regardless of retracement levels, Fibonacci retracement levels, that is, price should then target its oscillator and change line, and that's at 360.91. And a close below that would then bring the 305.19 level, its TD9 count breakout area, into play. Where else can we go for retracement levels here? Well, on this weekly chart, you can start with the most, what I'd say, recent bottom before we started to really rally out here, and that would take me to the May 16th time frame. So that would be another place to do a retracement. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's figure out what's going on there with regard to retracements. So here's one retracement, and the 0.382 level is down at about the 360 area out there. If we go back a bit further out here, let's just go to the daily time frame. So you got a weekly TD9 count topping pattern. You know that. We're in wave number 7 on the monthly time frame, and the daily right now for the GLD is giving us a Rhodes momentum indicator top. We actually got one 2 days ago, but it was negated then yesterday. So now we're back to the Rhodes momentum indicator top out here. So on the daily time frame, I would be starting back here at this low from August or July 30th, actually. That would be where I would start. You could easily start here at 819. That low, it's not going to be a large enough of a difference to make you're using these Fibonacci retracements as guidelines, not necessarily right to the T, right to the penny. Not that they can't be, but so you got 364 out here is going to be your 0.382 retracement on that daily time frame. Your 50% retracement gets you down to about 351, and the 0.69 retracement would take us back below its TD9 count breakout level at 351.40. So That's really we could spend all day taking like a retracements out here. That's what I would do. It's visual. It is not a science. This is definite art out there, and there's no wrong way to do it. So I do hope that helps you out, as well as the additional analysis on the GLD out there. So, Phil, thanks for that question. I'm sure if you had it, so did others. ELO wants to take a look at VICR. Let's go pull that set of charts up on our screen, see what this is doing. It's trading out right now at about 64.36. It's trading above the top of its daily profile out there. Yeah, it looks bullish to me on the daily time frame. The weekly time frame, prices taken on a prior swing point. That's the swing point from February 28th. Volume there about 2 million shares, 1.97 to be exact. So far, we are 884 to the upside in less than in a day, in 1 day and 2 hours of trading. So you're moving into that swing point with what looks like at this stage here pretty good volume. So even if you reject that, means close below 65.70, you'll be back up there, or should be back up there. If you close above 65.70 and you do it with more than the volume of 1.9 million shares, you'll confirm an A to B equals CD to the upside for the weekly time frame chart. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day, Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. One more follow-up on VICR. Since it was testing a weekly swing point, assumed it was testing a daily, which it is. That swing point takes us back to February 26, 2025. Volume there, 449,000 shares. We've already surpassed that today. So, again, that says even if we close below that swing, again, that swing high was 65.70. We'll be back up there to test it. We're trading at 64.71. There's already an A to B equals CD pattern that's underway. A bearish reversal candle would confirm a sell the D point top for its daily time frame. So that's what we've got out there for VICR. Hope that helps you out. ELO, we want to go take a look at GTM. This is for Dan. Let's get that up on our screen out here. GTM right now is trading out at $10.80, having a nice day. With regard to the daily signals out here, I don't really have a bottoming pattern. However, we are trading above the top of its daily profile. That's at 1054. And 2 consecutive closes above that would signal that we have a bullish profile change in trend, and that could then be suggested to move up to 1219. The weekly time frame chart shows that we are consolidating with inside its profile. It has support at $9.72. It has resistance up at $10.96. If we take a look at GTM for its monthly time frame, also a consolidation with inside its profile. That's between the range of 859 to 1233. That's all I've got out there for you, Dan. If there was anything else specific you were looking for, please let me know, and I'll be happy to get that. You also want to take a look at Hot H out there. HOTH is the ticker symbol out here. Let's go see what it is doing. It is trading out as we speak at $1.48. On the daily time frame, we are trading below profile support. That's below $1.52. I don't have a bottoming signal out here, so as long as price remains below that, we may see price try to make its way down to the 121 level. Now, a B point of an A to B equals CD was taken out. That B point would be October 7th. Volume there, 652,000 shares. It was taken out with 573, followed by 507, followed by 426. Granted, it was not taken out with volume. It is still an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside until that B point gets negated out there. So this would give us, not confirmed by volume, but that does not mean that it won't still go ahead and do that. Now, in order to do an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside, it's going to have to take out the 121 level, the TD9 count breakout area, because the 1-to-1 initial completion would get us down to about $1.12. With regard to the weekly time frame, there's a buy zone between $1.24 and $1.34, and the monthly chart is really unusable for us at this stage. So HOTH, it's got an A to B equals CD pattern on the downside, not confirmed by volume, still may go ahead and trade into that, and it will do that as long as price remains below the bottom of that daily profile, and that's at $1.52 out there. Let's go take a TELO as well. TELO is trading out at, let's get the screen up here, it's trading out at $1.60. So when we take a look at this instrument, it is trading above the top of its daily profile, has been for quite some time. Right now it's testing its green oscillator and change line. Ideally, it'll close above it. If it closed below it, we could see it test that 151 level out there. On a weekly time frame, the weekly time frame has a consolidation with inside its profile. It has tested resistance 208, so you know that's a strong resistance level. Its buy zone on a weekly time frame, should price pull back, would be between $1.23 and $1.33. The monthly time frame has a TD9 count bottom pattern. I don't have the oscillator and change line on here simply because I don't have enough data to be able to pull that out, but it should rally. So it should rally to where you're still just really contending with that weekly time frame that's got that consolidation with inside of its profiles out there. That's between that 123 to 208 area. So that's what I see when I take a look at TELO. That is Tello. Tom G writes in, and he'd like to go take a look at RGTI as well as NVIDIA. So let's get those charts pulled up on our screen out here. IGTI is trading out the day at $42.97. So it's got a daily weekly TD9 count top out there, and it's taken price all the way back where it's just held. It's buy zone. The buy zone for RGTI is between the range of 42.45 to 45.94. If, Tom, price were to close below the bottom of that profile, again, that's at the 42.45 level, do it for 2 consecutive sessions, we would see a run back towards the 33.34 level or 30.46. The latter is the TD9 count breakout level. The former was the oscillator and change line for the weekly time frame. The weekly chart at this stage here, at 11:35 on Tuesday morning, suggests that we could get a Rhodes momentum indicator topping pattern. And if that is the case, we should see price get to 33.35. We know that price can't get back there until you close below the bottom of that daily profile. So that's what I see, Tom, at this stage here. You've got support that's holding. It concerns me about that weekly time frame chart, though. So that's what we've got. The 5-hour time frame chart. Hey, I happen to have that on this screen here. Let me just pull this over for Tom. So we take a look at RGTI. We were looking at the 5-hour time frame charts here for gold. This has got a 5-hour time frame chart as well, and you can see prices pulled back to that breakout level at 41.46. So 41.46 and the bottom of that daily profile, which is at 42.45. Let's make it the 41.46 level. You close below 41.46, you're headed lower in RGTI. You also wanted to take a quick peek here at NVIDIA. Let's go do that, see what this is trading out at. That's NVDA. This is trading right now at the price point of 181.76. Just your good old-fashioned consolidation with inside its daily profile. It's quite a wide range out there. Support being 174.92. The sell zone being between 187.47 and 189.26. Now, the weekly time frame for NVIDIA has a Rhodes momentum indicator top. Price trading with inside a new weekly profile. Pretty balanced profile. What I mean by that is the top is 192.47, the center 179.85, and the bottom 167.23. So the monthly time frame chart. Here everything looks fine. So not a big deal here. Although there is a wave number 7 signal. I'd have to really investigate that. But that's not really our worry at this moment in time. It's really coming from the daily and the weekly time frame chart out there. So the daily is just holding on, right? There's no support below it other than till you get to 174.92. So it happens to be the center of that weekly profile that seems to be what is holding price up right now. That's at 179.85. You start trading below that, Tom, you're likely going to see NVIDIA make that move to the 167.23 or 174.92 area. Hope that helps you out. Mohammed writes in, would like to take a trick symbol VST. So we'll do the majority of this, Mohammed, when we get back from the break. But in the next 15 seconds out here, the key level of support for VST, or its daily time frame, is going to be 184.61. That's the TD9 count breakout level. There's also the possibility of an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. I'm gonna hold off on that. The retracement looks like it was well more than a 0.786 retracement. We'll finish looking at VST as soon as we get back from this break. Steve Rhodes with TFNN.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direction. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direction.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back. VST is the symbol that we're taking a look at. We've covered the daily time frame, suggesting a move back to its breakout level of support at 184.61. The weekly time frame has profile support at 182.57. We close below that, we're likely headed lower. The monthly time frame, so the weekly has got a Rhodes momentum indicator top. The monthly has a Rhodes momentum indicator top, and its key level of support is its green oscillator and change line, and that is at 181.50. Now there's quite a wide profile that is forming this month. You have a buy zone between 103.44 and 129.30, and resistance at 219.82 out there. So at this stage here, looks like price wants to head back further. Next level being 184.61. Let's go take a look at VSS. For you, that's your next request, Mohammed. VSS right now trading out at 142.05. It's got a daily TD9 count top that led to a pullback to test its breakout level of support at 140.40 out there. We are trading right now with inside its profile. That's between 140.53 and 142.58 out there. You need to see it close above 143.13 or thereabouts. That's its daily oscillator and change line in order to suggest a rally up towards its TD9 count top. The weekly time frame chart. What I don't see out here, let me open it up. I don't see it on this run, is an A to B equals CD pattern on the upside. But if we open it up, maybe we'll see it. Yeah, so we can see an A to B equals CD pattern. You can see a couple of them out here. So we've got a sell the D point pattern that formed a couple weeks ago with that bearish engulfing candle. But what price is doing right now is holding profile support, which is the top of the profile. That's 141.63 out there. So it's almost more neutral than it is bearish on the weekly time frame. The daily time frame, not the same. The monthly time frame out here, what this has done is this has a, did it close above it? It had a swing point from September 2021, 142.25. Last month, we closed out at 142.55. So we closed above that swing point. Volume on that swing was 4.3 million shares. Last month, 4.9 million shares. Let's open this puppy up. It's really not much of an A to B equals CD pattern. I'll go ahead and draw it in here. So give me just a moment. So we'll give you what that price objective is for the longer term time frame. That would also work for the shorter term time frame. This is going to be approximate out here. Let's copy this. Let's paste this. Let's assemble this. So the 1-to-1 level is going to get us up towards 164.91. That is the initial price objective of the monthly A to B equals CD pattern for ticker symbol VSS. So, Mohammed, hope that helped you out. As always, good to hear from you. Thank you for your request. GTE is back in on the game. Wants to look at KWEB. Let's take a look at that. That is, I believe, the internet service over the primary internet service over in China. Daily time frame, just a consolidation with inside its daily profile between the range of 38.59 and 41.01. It does have a daily Rhodes momentum indicator top. It has a weekly Rhodes momentum indicator top. But in this case here, price is consolidating with inside its profile as well. So the top of the profile, which in essence it's testing right now, is 40.08. We're printed out at 40.05. If price can close above the top of its profile and its green oscillator and change line, the green oscillator and change line of 40.22, that would then suggest that we make a run for that Rhodes momentum indicator top out there. Monthly, bar number 9 of a TD9 count pattern. So you could get a TD9 count top that confirms at the end of this month out there. So KWEB, the daily says be careful. The weekly's got a top. Daily's got a top. Monthly is likely going to form a top as well. GT, thanks so much for your request. You also want to look at gasoline futures out here, December futures for gasoline. They are trading out right now. I've got them out at $1.77 out here. I do not have a bottoming pattern. I've got price trading with inside its daily profile between the range of 175.38 all the way up to a high of 180.63 out there. Without I take that back. Let's see what we have out here. Do we have an A to B equals CD pattern that has completed? I don't think so. I think this still is going to show lower price before that pattern would complete. Let's pull this over here. Yeah. So the A to B equals CD pattern would get us down around the $1.71-ish area out there. Don't know if price will break through the bottom of that profile. That's a profile that formed yesterday. The weekly has profile support at $1.73. And the monthly is not really helping us a whole lot out there, just simply because we got the December future contract. So consolidation with inside profile in the daily and the weekly. I'd say this is leaning more towards lower price, but it's got to break through those key levels of profile support in order for it to get fulfill at least that 1-to-1 A to B equals CD pattern that we looked at for its daily time frame. Dan wants to take a look at SPRO. Let's pull up that set of charts out here. You got SPRO trading out right now at $2.48. It is attempting to take out its Rhodes momentum indicator top. That formed about 4 days ago. The trading day was October 16th. The volume on that candle, 485,000 shares. You're up today with 11 million shares. Wow. Nice. Now, Dan, this will form an A to B equals CD pattern on the upside if price can overcome and close above its Rhodes momentum indicator top. That requires a close above 252. You certainly have the volume to do that. Whether you get that volume today or some other day out there, let's draw in the A to B equals CD pattern. It's certainly signaling to you that that's what its intentions are. We've got to look at the weekly and monthly and see if there's anything holding that back. But the 1-to-1 ought to get you up towards the $2.89 level out there. That is on the daily time frame for SPRO. Now, that has not been confirmed, will not be confirmed until we see a close above the high from the trading day of October the 16th, and that high, again, is 252. The weekly time frame shows that we've been trading below profile support. So you're going to have resistance on a rally, which is at 259. Where a counter trend move would come to an end, Dan, if this is all this is, would be between 259 and 284. And the reason, because price has been trading for many weeks, many months below the bottom of that daily weekly profile. The monthly time frame, price is back inside its profile. That's at 241. Nothing really on the monthly to assist us with. So you've got that daily is the only top you've got is that daily Rhodes momentum indicator top. And that should fail just simply based on the volume that's in there. It's doing it on volume, hasn't done it on price, 252 being that key number. All right, let's go take a Marvell. This is for Duncan Stevens side, the Tiger's Den as well. MRVL is a ticker symbol, and she is trading out at $84.33. Now, Marvell at this moment in time, Steve, is testing the area where a counter trend move to the downside would come to an end, and that was its bearish structured profile. And that's between 84.21 and 85.17. We're at 84.35 right now. If we close below the center of that profile, and again, that was at the 84.21 level, that will increase the odds that price will move back to 82.30, profile support. The weekly time frame is really taking its orders, its P's and Q's right now from the daily time frame. So on a further pullback, you have support at 82.30. Below that, it would be at 78.36, the top of the weekly profile. The monthly chart tells you the whole story of Marvell. It has been consolidating with inside its profile, taking us back to March of 2025, and that range between 60.62 and 90.34. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back. We're looking at ticker symbol CLF. This is for Dunk and Steve. Dunk, this is generating a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top for its daily time frame. On Friday, this will confirm a weekly TD9 count top, and the monthly has found resistance at the top of its profile, 1423. It sure looks like CLF has come to a top. Now, price to be watching. We are trading back inside its daily profile, and a close below today, 1354, will get us back inside that profile and open up the door for a move to the buy-ish zone. zone, 1232 to 1281. The weekly TD9 count top suggests to move back to 1172. You can't get there until you take out the buy zone on the daily time frame. But the weekly is saying I want lower price out there. And the monthly, just a consolidation with inside its profile. So that's what we've got for CLF. You also want to take a look at TEVA. TEVA is a ticker symbol. TEVA is printing at 1918. It is it's trading below profile support. Its bullish zone, its buy zone, that's between 1922 to 1952. If we close below 1922, we're likely to head lower. That headed lower may form a TD9 count pattern anytime between tomorrow and Friday of this week. So don't know there. The weekly time frame has a sell the D point top. That sell the D point top should take us back to the stock center change line. 1892 is that number. If price were to close below that, we'd be looking at 1840. Or even $16.99. And the monthly time frame chart is bullish out there. It's trading above profile resistance and its oscillator and change line, so no problems there. So the daily maybe goes on to form that TD9 count bottom pattern. Again, this would be later in the week. We've got a request to take a look at ALLY. This is for Nitram. So Nitram, you've got price that closed above the top of its daily profile yesterday. We're above it today. We've bullish profile change in trend with a signal that it wants to move up to 44.06. The weekly time frame, we are trading above a bullish structured, the center of its bullish structured profile at 40.77. It says it wants to move to 43.20, and the monthly trade above profile resistance as well. So here it's all steams go. The monthly chart wants to go target that TD9 count top, and that's up at 45.46. Folks, stay tuned for all the great programming. I will see you tomorrow on Wonderful Wednesday. A couple requests that we didn't get to. We'll make sure that we get to those tomorrow as well. Take care and be safe out there.